Hello and welcome to another episode of Trust Check with me, Hajara Hussaini. Trust Check is a weekly reminder to always double check the information you receive before sharing them to reduce the spread of fake news in society. On Trust Check, we bring you verdicts, enlighten and educate you on viral claims circulating on and off the social media space with the use of verification tools and other fact-checking processes. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back. In this episode, we'll be analyzing some claims made on TikTok and Twitter that garnered a lot of reactions and have been shared on other platforms. Looking into the Twitter claim, it was made by a former Senator Shehu Sani, who tweeted that the People's Democratic Party, PDP, paid 95 million naira for a campaign venue, a whole 95 million naira. The tweet was republished on blogs and online sites after getting 70,000 views on Twitter. The tweet reads, 95 million naira for a campaign venue in Rivers. This is unprecedented in the history of our country. It will continue to be a reference point for governors who want to emasculate the opposition. What's the cost of renting the Abuja Eagle Square? Well, in a bid to verify the claim, findings by Trust Check revealed that although the said amount was paid by the PDP in Rivers State, it covered 19 venues that the party intends to use for its campaigns in the state and not for a venue as the former senator claimed. The payment was in compliance with the precautionary requirement of 5 million naira per venue stipulated by Executive Order 21, signed by Governor Nyesom Wike in 2022. As such, the 95 million naira is a lump sum payment for 19 different venues at 5 million naira per venue. Wike signed Executive Order 21 prohibiting the use of public schools for political parties without approval from the Ministry of Education. Wike said applicants will also deposit the sum of 5 million naira caution fees in case attendees destroy facilities in the schools. He also said the application for approval must be submitted at least 2 weeks before the date of the campaign, stressing that a local council chairman had the right to stop any rally if approval was not sought. The governor also threatened that any head of school that connive with political parties to hold rallies without approval by the state government will be dealt with. Wike also repeated his stance against the use of hotels and other leisure spots as meeting points by hoodlums and cultists ahead of the 2023 elections. Our verdict for this claim is misleading, as the 95 million naira is a lump sum paid for 19 different campaign venues and not a single venue as claimed by Shehu Sani in his tweets. The next claim was a TikTok video that was posted in December 2022 but found its way to Twitter recently, where it garnered a lot of reactions. The claim suggested that the APC presidential candidate Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu in a closed-door meeting was seen encouraging APC members and supporters to snatch ballot boxes during the upcoming general elections. Let's take a look at the video.
Study the anthropology of it. Where are we? No. Political power is not going to be served in a restaurant. It's not served in a la carte. It's what we are doing. It's being determined to do it at all costs. Fight for it. Grab it. Snatch it.
Yes, sir.
And run with it.
Jagaban! Jagaban!
A comment seen on Twitter reads, "Now you see why he refused to sign the peace accord." Other comments were, "This video is well edited, well done to the creator. He can only do this in Lagos, not Nigeria. Him never see craze." Trust Check sought to fact-check the claim considering snatching of ballot boxes is an offense in the newly signed Electoral Act 2022, which attracts 24 months imprisonment. After carefully listening to the video, our findings show that the video was played halfway, and for clarity, what was said is, "Where are we? Political power is not going to be served in a restaurant. It's not served a la carte. It is what we are doing. It's been determined to do it at all costs. Fight for it, grab it, snatch it, and run with it." A la carte is originally a French word translating to "by the menu." However, different versions have been shared on blog sites and YouTube, but none of them had the mentions of ballot boxes in them. In an extended video, the APC presidential candidate was heard comparing Nigeria's economy and democracy to that of India in his statement before a short version was shared to suggest differently. Let's take a look at the extended version.
Yes, opposition politics. The old man Obasanjo rejected it. Yeah. Here we in Nigeria. We were on the same plateau with India at that particular time. 45% I'm yet to write about it. 45% less than the pricing given to India. Okay. India took the bait. 900 and something billion indebtedness to energize themselves. Look at India today. Look at their democracy. The largest democracy in the world is saved in the largest middle class, richest middle class in the world. If you look at it, numerically. They didn't do it. But we won't attach everything to destiny. You grab it. We are struggling for it now. What? Power.
Based on investigations, TrustCheck can confirm that the claim that the APC presidential candidate encouraged his supporters to snatch ballot boxes on election day is false. Now to our Need to Know segment, we'll be looking at the suspension of international transactions on Naira cards and how it will affect you and I. Recently, two Tier 1 banks, Zenith Bank and Guarantee Trust Company Limited, announced the suspension of international transactions with domestic Naira cards. Zenith Bank in a notice said its customers will no longer be able to carry out any international transactions on their Naira automated teller machine ATM cards effective from January 9, 2023. This came barely a week after Guarantee Trust Bank made the same announcement, which took effect on January 1st. The announcement further compounds the trouble of many Nigerians who will shop online from international stores such as Amazon, eBay, AliExpress, and Apple Music, among others, as they will no longer be able to pay with their Naira cards. Aside GTB and Zenith Bank, others that have followed suit include Access Bank PLC, UBA, First Bank of Nigeria, and EcoBank, among others. One of the banks, in a statement issued to its customers titled "Important Update on Your Naira Card for International Spending," reads, "Dear customer, we write to inform you that you will no longer be able to use your Nigeria MasterCard for international online and POS transactions effective 31st December 2022. Kindly note, you can use your bank dollar card for all your international spending requirements." The bank said its dollar card allowed ATM withdrawal of $1,000 daily or the equivalent in the transaction's local currency and has no limit to international POS or online transactions. However, they believe it may lead to the adoption of more fintech that supplies dollars. A financial expert at the Abuja Chamber of Commerce and Industry (ACCI), Joseph Momo, explained that the shortage of forex may have prompted banks to take the decision. On the implication of this development, he said many people may resort to fintech that supply dollar cards or virtual cards, as well as open domiciliary accounts which they can fund with dollar cash. He also added that the development will affect manufacturers drastically. The recent moves by banks will affect manufacturers who require dollars to import raw materials, and they may resort to the usual black market patronage at an exorbitant rate, which will in turn affect prices of goods as they will transfer the high cost of purchase to end buyers, he added. Providing further insights into the development, Taiwo Oyedele, head of tax and corporate advisory services at PwC, said, "I believe this development is based on CBN's directive, which seems to be focusing on the demand side of foreign exchange management." He, however, asserted that the restriction would push more legitimate demands into the black market, thereby pushing up the rate and widening the gap compared to the official rate. Given that manufacturers source a significant percentage of their foreign exchange needs from the parallel market, this could further squeeze their margin while fueling inflation. TrustCheck recalls that the First Bank of Nigeria, in a notice to its customers on the review of Naira cards for international spending, had attributed it to the current realities, and I quote, "Due to current market realities on foreign exchange, we have reviewed cross-border transaction limits for the Naira MasterCard, Naira credit card, our virtual card and Visa prepaid Naira card further to $20 monthly. This will take effect on April 1st, 2022. Also, international ATM withdrawals will be allowed with our Naira cards at this time for increased transaction limits. Please use your Visa debit multi-currency card, Visa prepaid USD card, and Visa Gold credit card to enjoy transaction limits up to $10,000 and other exciting benefits. Recall that in April 2015, the usage of Naira-denominated cards overseas was $50,000 per person per annum, or a little over $4,000 per month, indicating a 99.5% downward review in 7 years to $20 per month and subsequently to zero by some Nigerian banks. But how will this affect Nigerians? Well, on the effects of Nigerians, an expert, Musa Manir, said the persistent dollar scarcity and declining foreign exchange reserves pushed some deposit money banks to take the step. He also said that some banks have even gone further to review their business travel allowance. He said that with the latest review, travelers who need dollars for business travel allowance (BTA) and personal travel allowance (PTA) can now access the same only twice a year compared to 4 times a year. Access Bank reviewed upwards the processing and disbursing time for international school fees for customers who initiate their request via Access Bank to within 60 days from 30 days previously. For what was supposed to be consummated within 24 hours after filling out CBN-approved documentation called Form M, banks pushed it further to 30 days in July 2022 and to 60 days now. So you can see it won't be easy for anyone traveling or doing business or people who intend to start new businesses. While we bring you weekly reports on false information circulating on and off social media, a simple way to stop the spread of fake news is to verify any information before sharing them. Always remember that fake news causes damage with irreversible effects. For more details on the fact check, visit www.trustcheck.dailytrust.com and follow us on all our social media platforms at Trust TV News. Until I come your way next week, I am Hajara Hussaini.